Yo, what's up, guys? Your boy Strider Chip. I'm back with another one. It is here, guys. It is here. It is here. The list is here. Oh my goodness. I've already seen the list. I'm gonna go over the 3 banned cards and the 1 limited here that they added, and then they added 1 card to erratic, which wasn't a bad at all. But it is here. The cards that people thought that were gonna get banned or hit was just not gonna get hit. They focused on actually other cards here that that was going to make the game a lot more difficult for the future cards to be released and being played. I wouldn't even expect some of this. I am somewhat kind of hurt. I'm not extremely hurt. I'm in a little bit of hurt. I'm somewhat hurt about some of the cards because I actually played one of them before. And this is Bad Ring Laser. Oh my goodness! I can't believe this card got hit. This card is officially banned. Here is going to be officially banned here pretty soon. They're going to announce it. I just don't know when they're going to actually announce it. It'll probably be here. No, that's the previous one. But Bad Ring Laser is hit here. There are 3 major reasons that they banned this card. It only counters counter negation cards with an energy cost of 1, and it has fewer restrictions. Field restrictions on usage, so it can be included easily in almost any deck, which is true. All that's just facts. There's no denying that. This right here can help you in the game. Technically, this card Bad Ring Laser is a staple for most people's decks. It was a staple. It is a staple. But now, since this card is banned, you're not going to be playing this in any of your yellow leader decks or any deck period. You're just not going to be playing it at all. I can at least say 1. Playing at least 2 to 1 of these cards in your deck, I don't have no problem with. I think that would have been cool if they did at least 2 to 1 of these cards. 2 or 1. There's 2 or 1 cards. I think that makes so much sense here. Or just 1. Just even limit this down to 1. Still, they didn't do that at all. It says combining this card with Mirror Creator Absorb and Furthering Destruction Champa provides players with overwhelming power for little energy, allowing them to easily win once your opponent has reached 2 life. And you know what? That is true. Indeed, that's a smart move to do. To play Mirror Creators, or then you're using Furthering Destruction Champa to attack his life. He tries to counter it, Bad Ring Laser that stuff, and you're not gonna out combo Mirror Creators. Or that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna do that. This card is a for sure way to hit somebody. It's a for sure way to take damage, to end the game. It's a for sure way to do it. For sure way. Is no denying that. Man, and it's like, dude, I played this card. I love this card a lot. I play this game a lot here, man. And to see it get hit like this here, don't get me wrong, this card is played a lot within competition. I already know it is. This card is played a lot within competitions. It's a staple for competition competitive gameplay. Now, I don't go to a lot of local tournaments. I don't really go to, major tournaments here nationwide. I don't really do any of that stuff here. I don't really necessarily do that here at all. I do love the game. I do play this game a lot casually here with my friends. I do this a lot. I play this game a lot. So, and this dude, it's get hit. I played at least, when I was playing this card, I played at least 1 to 2 of these here in my decks. When I had 1, I was, it's funny how I was always seeing that card pretty often. I was still seeing it. But 2, it's not bad. But man, it got hit. And then this is finally, in terms of design, it's difficult for us to create a playable high cost counter card as long as this card exists. Basically, there are newer cards that's about to come out. This card right here, and then some of these other cards right here that are technically staples as of right now. You're going to be less likely to play these other cards that's come out if this card still exists. So I will also say that some of this is also due to a financial reason here as well. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, they are trying to balance out the game to make the game more healthier for players to be able to play, and everybody's kind of satisfied with their win and loss. Okay? You know what I mean? So next card, Sugesh. This card got hit. Sugesh, this is a card that most people wasn't even expecting to play. And you know what? To the ban. And you know what? Time Control Cronoia. This card was designed specifically actually do this card right here, this card right here, because people were actually complaining. Well, I think they were complaining about this card. I wasn't on the forum then, but I could, you know, I remember going to local tournaments here, and you know, they were kind of talking about this card as well. And it's funny how this card gets hit. So, you know, Son Goku, the Path of Greatness, this is another card that most of you have been expecting to ban. They wanted them to ban this card. Well, they didn't ban it. They banned this card. So it's not as easy to play Son Goku, Path of Greatness if you have this card here on the field. But don't get me wrong, I mean, you had decks out there. You had the Super Shenron deck here that was playing with Son Goku, Path of Greatness as well here in it. I mean, that deck is that leader's ratted, so it's already ratted for the leader. But they, like, this right here made Son Goku, Path of Greatness a lot easier. Actually, you can't even, yeah, it made it a lot easier to play. It made it a lot easier to play. You know what? If they wanted to really keep this card here in the game, what they could have did was this. They could have errated this card to where it says you can only play energy cost of 3 or less, and it has to have a power of 15k or less. Then Son Goku, Path of Greatness wouldn't have been hit by that. But still, ban this card over all together here. I mean, hey, there's a lot of cards you can't play. You can't play that, which I was playing. I was playing the 3-drop Gohan. Let me see here. Go ahead and show you guys, because I did it here with my Gohan. This is the yellow Gohan, the 3-drop yellow Gohan. This Son Gohan, the display of power. I was playing that. Yeah, display of power. Son Gohan, the display of power. I was playing that with Sugesh. I even did his, you know what I mean, loans. I would do this. I always did this first here with it, or if I would charge it as energy. You know what I mean? So all these three drops, even the Son Goku, the Guardian Angel, same thing with that. I was doing that. Man, this dude, you know what I mean? That's hit. You know what I mean? I actually played with that card. I thought it was pretty useful. But hey, since it's banned, you know what? I can imagine them making a lesser, like a better version of, well, not a better version, a lesser version of this card. A lesser version of this card. I imagine them actually doing that. But only time will tell. I mean, they did do some lesser versions of a Child's Wish. I did see that, and that's basically, you know, yeah, it was basically a Child's Wish, and they made it. It's pretty much a limited version to a Child's Wish. It's probably not as broken. And then we have minus Killy Zone as well. That looks like this was banned as well. Another card that I know this is a staple. This was going to be a staple for most decks now. If the meta was going to go the way it is right now, this was going to be a staple for it. And as they were saying, it says currently we're doing our best to make Dragon Ball Super card game an interactive game, but being able to lock out your opponent's counterplay cards creates a one-side gameplay. This card also restricts design of future counterplay cards. If we design any counterplay cards with a high cost going forward, we may never be. It says we may. It says we may. Excuse me, not we, but they may never be simply. They may never. Excuse me. They may never be used simply because this card exists here. And you know what? I agree with them on that. This was going to be a staple. If they were gonna, because you notice that I see that they kept making a lot of counter cards, counterplay cards, counter cards. They kept making a lot of these things. When this card is in use here, and this is a cheap, easy attainable card, I bought this card. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have yet to really use it. I didn't use it really often, but I do know that this card was going to be definitely a major staple here, because a lot of these cards you've been seeing here in the deck, a lot of cards you've been seeing within tournaments and stuff like that, them playing counterplay cards and counter cards, you know, Cold Bloodlust, things like that. Like this card was really counteracts Cold Bloodlust. Really for that, really mainly for that. At least I would use it for Cold Bloodlust. You know, because I've been Cold Bloodlusted here actually a few times by my friends here. You know what I'm saying? So this card was definitely good for it. It was definitely really good for it. And as you can see, Cold Bloodlust got hit. It got limited. It's down to 1. Only down to 1. One of the strongest counterplay cards. We find that restricting card designs, the card designs and space down. And we would find it to restrict card design, space, and throwing off the gameplay balance. If we ban Battering Laser minus Killing Zone, it would become necessary to ban this card as well, since primary cards that can deal with it would be banned. This would also cause decks unable to use the cards considered less powerful. However, since the card requires the use of a leader card, there are specifically fewer cards that can be used. We believe that limiting Cloak Bloodlust 1 per deck should weaken its acceptable power levels. Yeah, so limited down to 1. This has been limited down to 1. It does have that leader specific Frieza army. Man, hey, it is what it is. I mean, I didn't, you know, I played this card in my decks here before. I played it before in my decks. This was a staple here for Brawly, for a fact. It's a staple for Brawly, hands down. The yellow Brawly is a staple for it. It's a staple for, I believe, that green Brawly as well. I think that one has Frieza army on it as well. It was a staple for it. This cuts this out. That cuts all that out. All of that out. All of that out. Yep, Frieza's army cuts all of it out. But looks, hey, it is what it is. They ratted it. Oh, not ratted it. They limited it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I played with it before, you know, but it is what it is. And then we have another erratic card. It's not that bad here. It just errated it here to the leader skill here. The permanent effects is cards in your battle area cannot be placed in the owner's drop area by your skills. Then they changed it to leader skills, as you can see, leader skills. So your leader skills, you know what I mean? But that's really about it. And looks like this is going to take place sometime in July the 26th. That's in next couple. That's actually the same release. That's the same day the pre-release is going to be coming out. But hey, man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Newer cards is coming out. Newer stuff is coming out. A little bit more useful stuff is coming out. I mean, it's the game. I love the game with a passion. Dang. Battering Laser though, and you guess? Battering Laser, and you guess? Yeah, man, it hurts a little bit. Don't get me wrong, it definitely slow down some decks and slow down certain cards as well. But hey, only time will tell how the game's gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe. More content coming soon, and peace.